Well, that's what tap in. Say good morning to Grenada, Carriacou, Petit Martinique, and welcome those of you via GBN TV, all the other social media platforms. Good morning, and welcome to Good Morning Grenada. Hey, GT with you folks, how's everybody doing? Let's go over to Gary and say good morning. Good morning, Gary. What's up, my brother? What's up with you this morning?
What's going on, family? It's your boy, Gary, Mr. Smooth. I'm back with you. I'm live in studio, live and in living color. You know how it is.
Yeah, nice to have you in, of course, in person this morning. Yeah. Well, it's not like you don't be in person on other occasion, but you know, you in studios this morning, so that's a plus.
I do what I can when I can do what I can.
All right.
If that makes any sense.
So how's your morning going? Man?
Had a restful night, slept good last night. It's going to be a beautiful day today. I wish the same for you, family.
I'm not having the best of mornings for some reason or the other.
Good.
You know there's some mornings where everything just seems to be moving slow for you for some reason or the other.
Is that what's happening now?
That's what's happening. I guess
that's a good thing.
It's not a good thing for me. For some reason, I'm trying to move my hands and like it just doesn't want to move and stuff. I don't know. What's happening.
You're in problems there, brother.
I don't know what's going on this morning, but
man.
It's all good. It's all good.
Welcome, family. Welcome to our friends over there on Facebook, our friends on YouTube viewing the program live. It's a pleasure having you guys, man. Nomination day today in Barbados. Good morning to Barbados. What's going on?
Oh man, am I hearing right? I think there was an injunction filed by the opposition.
There was, but that was thrown right out, man. The opposition tried to botch the process. They felt that, of course, it was the wrong time. That Mia Motley, tried a cheap shot by calling the election early, to work in their favor. You know what I'm saying?
You call it a cheap shot?
Well,
you felt that's like a cheap shot, or it was a real good strategy.
I believe in a fixed date election. I believe in a fixed date. And you heard, of course, our Prime Minister talking about that bell in his pocket that he can ring anytime. So we don't know what's going to go on in Grenada, but I'm trying
to stay away from that. I got a little trouble yesterday, so I stay away from that.
Added to the problems that the opposition highlighted is the fact that the island is experiencing, like all the other countries in the world, a lot of folks who are down and plagued by the COVID virus. So there are some 5,000 people who are unable to go out and cast their ballot today.
Oh man.
So the opposition was saying, hey, this is just not the right time. But Mia Motley saying, because all you realize, all you're behind and all you ain't going, all you're getting on. But no, election continues, you know what I mean? So the Republic of Barbados is holding their first general election as a republic. Yes, indeed. Good luck. I don't know who you think will win, boy?
I'm looking at the incumbent, man. So
Mia Motley gonna. Hey, last time they swept.
Yeah, they had a clean sweep.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
So let's see what happens again. Let's see if it happens again, and it's not left up to the folks who's going out on vote. You understand? The people decides who's going to be there.
Well, a few Caribbean islands held election during the pandemic. I know St. Lucia did.
We had Trinidad do also. With
Jamaica, I think.
Yeah.
And the Bahamas also. I don't think it worked too well in the favor of the folks in the Bahamas, but I'm not too sure about that. I'm just speaking off the cuff right now. But nonetheless, good luck and good morning to our friends in Barbados and of course our Bajan friends here as well.
All right. Hey, let's get into the word of the day, Gary. Let's get into the word of the day as we move through this morning here on K105 and Hot 98 is Good Morning Grenada. The
word for today is winsome. It's spelled as one word, WINSOME. Winsome. All right. Winsome means pleasing or cheerful. And here's an example of how you can use that word in context. Among the fabled activists who risked their lives and transformed those of many others in the civil rights movement, Julian Bond stood out with his smooth patter, winsome charm, and understated glamour. Little example of how you can use the word winsome today. Your word of the day, winsome.
Hey, let's get into your quote of the day here, or your thought of the day, or you can put it in those particular way. And let's kick it off with the thought of the day. Always end the day with a positive thought. No matter how hard things were, tomorrow is a fresh opportunity to make it better. I repeat the thought of the day for you. Always end the day with a positive thought. No matter how hard things were, tomorrow's a fresh opportunity to make it better. So as you go through today, the day ends. Hey, think about something positive in terms of how you want to end that particular day.
Yeah, man. It's like the same. It's like the old people always tell you if you're living with your spouse, you know what I mean. Don't go to bed angry. You know what I mean. Don't let the sun rise on your wrath. You know what I'm saying. Yeah.
Try to fix that before you go to bed.
Always end the day on a positive thought, and you wake up feeling that way.
Fresh opportunities comes the other day. So whatever happened yesterday, let it be in the past.
PMA.
So you may not forget it.
Yeah,
you
man.
understand?
PMA, positive mental attitude all the time.
But just always, of course, think about new things that's coming tomorrow.
Yeah,
hey, let's get set for your health tip as we're moving through this morning. What's happening here for you? I did promise you that we're going to have an interesting lineup for you in terms of program today. Let's, Gary, health tip. Tell us.
Foods found in nature are not only nutritious, they also contain the enzymes and fiber required to digest and metabolize the food. Once again, foods found in nature are not only nutritious, they also contain the enzymes and fiber required to digest and metabolize the food. We're going to be talking a whole lot more about that tomorrow. I have a very special guest lineup tomorrow. We'll be speaking to Mrs. Dr. Sabi.
Yes.
Going to be our special guest tomorrow, and the topic would be a healthier you in 2022. All right, so I guess she's going to expand on a whole lot of that, but definitely don't shy away from eating. A lot of people have the misconception that if you eat natural, if you eat fruits and vegetables, you're going to pine away. You know what I mean? It's the food that God has created, family. Don't shy away from eating what nature provides. Don't eat what man provides. Minimize as much as you can, but eat as much natural, whole foods
as possible. Hey, let's get into your Did You Know segment this morning, and of course, this will seem to be interesting. Let me get into this, Gary.
Yeah, do that.
Drink something hot to cool down. Conventional wisdom may tell you that if you are hot, drinking something cold will cool you down or will cool down your body. However, research has shown that a hot day, drinking a hot beverage may help your body stay cool. And the reason being is that what you drink, when you drink a hot drink, your body produces sweat to cool down your body temperature. Initially, you may be adding heat by drinking a hot liquid, but the amount of sweat that your body produces to cool you down, of course, then makes up for the added heat that the liquid and the increased perspiration is key when sweat evaporates. All right, that's from your skin, and that's enabled to cool down your body temperature. That's an interesting, of course, Did You Know segment there, Gary.
I had to read that a few times over to grasp
I'm trying to grasp it also as I read it, because it's actually,
like it stated, it goes against conventional wisdom, so you really have to wrap your mind around
exactly, because most time you will think, I feeling hot, let me have a cool drink. You understand? And sometimes you wonder, you probably heard that, Gary, you heard that statement, Chinese will say, they always work and drink something hot, and you wonder why. Have you ever paid attention to that?
Well, no, I'm not quite familiar with the Chinese culture, but that is interesting because it ties in with this right here, isn't it?
Exactly, because you see them always drinking tea, and they're working really hard and sweating, but they're drinking hot tea.
But it's an English custom as well.
Exactly, and then you wonder why, because they're always saying the cool stuffs break your whole momentum down or whatever. We want to get. I don't have the whole theory about it right now.
Yeah.
But that's an interesting. Did you know there, man?
But also your body's temperature is not cold. Your blood is not cold.
That's understandable.
Within your body, your body maintains a certain heat. A warmth, if you will. All right, so that makes sense, because if your body's natural temperature is cool, putting something cold goes against that, so your body now has to recalibrate.
So true.
You know what I'm saying? To get it back to a state where it is natural. So that ties into this. Did you know he had? When you look at it that way, it makes a whole lot of sense, doesn't it?
Makes a whole lot of sense. Thinking about it now and trying to put it into perspective, it makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
You're feeling hot, probably consume something hot.
Yeah, man.
And then your body will naturally cool itself down.
Yeah, because that's a natural state of your body. That's why when you're in a fever, when you got a fever, you know, your body, you know, generates heat.
So that's a form of cooling itself down.
Yeah, cooling itself down, and of course to get rid of the virus as well.
But then, you know, let's contradict that. A doctor may say, or doctors may say, take a cold shower.
Well, you know, quickly, and I'm not a medical doctor here, but quickly and more medical practitioners are discovering.
Just backing away from that.
They are backing away from that. Whereas they used to take your child and just throw your child in a pail of cold water. They are now understanding. They are now coming to a different understanding of how this thing works.
You know, the Almighty designed this body to take care of itself.
Yeah, man.
He's designed this body to take care of itself, and sometimes we go contrary to, of course, the actual design
of nature. Yeah, man.
And we do our own thing, and thinking, well, maybe that will work. You understand? So that's things to think twice about.
Hey, it's Good Morning Grenada
on K105 and Hot 98. It's time check for you folks. We got 15 minutes exactly before the top 7, and it's time for the AM edition of news here on of course, K105 and Hot 98. And also we have a rebroadcast of last evening's news on GBN TV. Hey, the news is next here on Good Morning Grenada.
Governor General of Grenada was laid to rest on Tuesday following his passing on December 21st, 2021. Tributes were overflowing for Sir Carlisle Green, who gave more than 40 years of exemplary service to Grenada. Jared Joseph has that story.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell was the first to pay tribute to late former Governor General Sir Carlisle Green during the state funeral on Tuesday. Celebrating the life and legacy of Sir Carlisle, the Prime Minister says the former head of state contributed so much to many, leaving an indelible mark on the people of Grenada.
As a former educator myself, I'm quite familiar with the burdens of the profession. The many sacrifices made in the interests of students and the immeasurable satisfaction one feels when students succeed.
Dr. Mitchell notes Sir Carlisle's legacy lives on from his hometown in Guave to the halls of the University of the West Indies, Cave Hill campus.
As I reflect, therefore, on the life of Sir Carlisle today, I recall, therefore, an exceptional person, a genuine and decent human being whose most endearing trait was probably the level of humility he displayed throughout his entire life. In fact, as I listened to many of the tributes, one word stood out consistently: humility.
Governor General Dame Cécile Grenade, in paying tributes, reminisced on wise counsel received from her predecessor.
I am honored to have succeeded such a gracious and humble public servant of our nation, and to have benefited and to have had the benefit of his wise counsel prior to my assumption of this office. Grenada has lost a dear son who has left an indelible mark on our country.
Grandson of Sir Carlisle, Nigel Dabrio, in delivering the eulogy, recollected the memories of the tight-knit Glean family, as well as the building of relationships, which led to his involvement in politics.
Sir Carlisle was a man of Guave. For Guave, and by extension, the nation he loved and served. His steadfast dedication to his faith, family, education, and community laid the foundation for the exceptional arc of his life, from a poor boy hawking jacks to the highest office of the land.
A man of many titles, Sir Carlyle was laid to rest at Douglaston Estate. For GBN News, Janelle MacDonald.
The mechanical wheels have been set into motion towards Grenada's general elections, which is constitutionally due in 2023, as a candidate for the St. George North-East constituency has been named to represent the new National Party. Gerard Joseph has that story.
Political leader of the new National Party and Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell says the new appointment signals that they have finally secured a good candidate for the St. George North-East constituency. Nimrod Oliver has accepted the challenge, and Dr. Mitchell says the party is fortunate to attract such a candidate.
The fundamental thing about this is the fact that Nimrod represents the type of person that you see taking up the banner of representation for the NNP. People fundamentally first who loves people. People also who are accustomed to community type activities, whether they are interested in politics or not. They've been around, and that's Nimrod's entire history.
The NNP political leader noted that the democratic process was observed in Oliver's selection.
We don't just parachute people into a constituency or a leadership or anything within the new National Party. You have to come in and make your contribution, show who you are, and then the people would, in fact, they are the ones going to call and say, that's the man or the woman for me.
Dr. Mitchell says similar processes will be conducted in St. George South and St. Patrick West in the near future. Taking on a political career, Nimrod Oliver says this is just a continuation of his service to the people and is prepared for whatever may come during his political journey.
My life has pretty much been an open book. There's not much that I keep secret. So I think, people don't have to go far to look to see who is Nimrod Oliver. And so when things come out that's not true, I might not even have to say anything. People that knows me and understands me would defend that.
The new candidate says first on his agenda is listening and meeting with every resident within his constituency. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Political leader of the National Democratic Congress, Deacon Mitchell, believes that Grenada should have a fixed date for general elections and not give political leaders the power to call elections when they please for political game. Rena Pierre Thomas tells us more in this report.
The United States of America presidential polls are held every 4 years on the first Tuesday in November. They have what is called a fixed date election. That's not the case here in Grenada, where voters go to the polls every 5 years at a date selected by the incumbent party.
Because you don't know when I ring the bell. I have a bell right in the pocket. You never know. I heard you said change is coming. Change is really coming, leader of the opposition.
That was Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell speaking in Parliament during the 2022 budget debate as he stepped away from matters of finance to address politics. His announcement has long been a source of concern for opposition party representatives who have clamored for a fixed date as applies in the U.S. The National Democratic Congress political leader Deacon Mitchell says any ruling administration having the power to call general elections when they determine should be a thing of the past.
The system where someone can say I have a bell in my pocket and I can ring it at any time is outdated. Frankly, it's counterproductive to democracy and it doesn't lead to good governance because it essentially means you're exploiting the system for political advantage. So as a nation, we need to talk about issues such as having a fixed date for election so that the date is known in advance, everybody knows it, and that all political organizations and persons who want to take part in the political process can work backwards from that date rather than being in a position where the party in power always has the advantage of choosing to call elections, the date for elections at its convenience. One set of people aren't entitled to govern the country. We need to ensure that we create a culture within our political system that says, as I've said, you serve and then you move on so that other citizens can serve. You can't hold offices and take them to your grave. Right? We don't operate a system of a monarchy.
The NDC's Mitchell says despite being at a disadvantage, he is confident that his party can win the upcoming general election, which is constitutionally due in 2023. However, he said the ultimate decision lies with Grenadians.
So snap or long, as I said, we are confident that we can win the election, not because we say so, because we think ultimately it's the citizens of the country who will make that determination. The citizens elect the MPs and have the right to remove them if they are dissatisfied with their performance. So let me make this clear. Elections are not about the opposition. Elections are about the citizens of a country making and giving their opinion as to whether or not they're satisfied with the governance of the country. So an election is really on the referendum, will be a referendum, and the election, when it's called, will be a referendum on the governance of the new National Party and whether the citizens of Grenada, having given it a unanimous, overwhelming mandate of 15-0 twice, back to back, whether the citizens are happy with what they've received, having given them that mandate.
Deacon Mitchell was speaking on GBN's To The Point program on Tuesday. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
A local politician is expressing his disappointment with the current political climate in Grenada, which he describes as one party overshadowing the other. Former MP Michael Batiste believes the issues facing citizens are not being properly ventilated.
Spokesperson for the Grenada United Labour Party, Michael Batiste, quips that while the new National Party's election machinery is in place in an apparent state of readiness, the National Democratic Congress is seemingly the complete opposite. Batiste claims what the NDC needs now is a team rather than a one-man show to tackle issues such as youth unemployment, inflation, and the rural economy.
How do they face the supermarkets? Things are so high and it's rising daily. Those are issues that we have to put on the table with people. The cost of energy, and that is an issue that I notice both parties are playing football with women.
He believes for the political climate to improve, the NDC must bring forward candidates capable of winning a seat at the next general elections.
So how do you go up against a master craftsman? You as a newcomer, you do not have the credentials to put anybody here and that could ride on your coattail, because you don't have a coattail. You have not done anything for anybody just yet. We don't know. They don't know who you are. So you're now coming up against a master craftsman. You're talking about new people. People don't know who they are. General elections could be any time from now.
The former MP cautions against another one-sided result in which the opposition alleges election rigging. Batiste finds it overly generous of the Prime Minister to have not called a snap election.
I pray that we can take him at his word, but the Constitution was written in such a way that the Prime Minister can advise the government at any time to dissolve Parliament. I think that is one of the advantages in our Westminster-style democracy. There is no fixed date for elections.
He also sees the lack of a smooth transition in leadership within political parties as a hindrance to national development. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
This is News at 7. Coming up, the Ministry of Education to launch psychosocial support program for primary school teachers and students on Wednesday. Stay with us. More news when we come back.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
What if there was a place in Grenada that was close to Grand Dance Beach, within walking distance of restaurants and attractions, and you didn't have to pay hundreds of dollars to stay there? Guess what? There it is. Look us up.
Ultratech gasoline and diesel, available only at Rubis stations.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Education is providing psychosocial support for teachers and students at the primary level as they are seeking to address the negative effects of the pandemic on their lives. This will be done through a 2-day Zoom session, which falls under the Ministry's COVID-19 Accelerated Response and Recovery Project. Rene Pierre Thomas tells us more.
Students. In this regard, 2 sessions on suicide prevention are scheduled for teachers for primary schools on Wednesday and Thursday the 19th and the 20th January at 5 p.m. via the Zoom platform. Clinical Counseling Supervisor in the Ministry of Education, Robert Phillip, explains.
The purpose of this program is to come up with some preventive strategies. You know, you want to mitigate. You don't want to have to. I mean, after the fact, you would want to prevent suicides, and that's the major focus of the program: prevention. This program will be used to mitigate, and to sensitize persons as to what to look for. So the general public, can be active in trying to prevent suicides. Because suicides are highly preventable.
Phillips says the effects of the pandemic place a high stress level on many Grenadians, which can lead to depression and other psychosocial conditions.
Whenever you have a crisis like we have now, because it's still a crisis, it's a pandemic, so it's a crisis. The stressors are multiplied, and people have more to deal with. People are dealing with more stressors now than in normal times. Once you pick up in any way that somebody is suicidal, you have to speak with other persons. It has to be on a 24-hour watch. The fact is that one has to be aware. Once you are aware of what's happening, then you can mitigate.
He said he is happy that the session will be open to the public, as it will be beneficial to them also.
I think more sessions like these should be done. I think we had a suicide just recently with a young person. So, suicide was not something we heard about a lot in the Caribbean or even Grenada, but it's a reality now, and we have to face up to it and try to prevent it as much as we can. So more programs need to be done, but this is a start.
The ministry pledged their continued support to teachers and students to ensure that mental health is given priority in this ever-changing and challenging environment as it aims to enable all students to succeed. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear-Thomas reporting.
Meanwhile, Chief Education Officer Ms. Angela Finley is commending teachers who have and continue to provide that service to the nation's children, even while in isolation or battling the COVID-19 virus.
Yes, we have had many teachers that they are, remember, in some cases, compromise means a close contact, and the close contact as defined by the Ministry of Health is a person who is in the home, living in the same space as a person who has tested positive. And then they are required to go into quarantine for 7 days, getting tested on day 7. So this therefore means that we can have healthy persons at home. They just are not allowed to mingle with the public. They have to go into quarantine. So in that case, teaching online is not a problem for them. So they are doing it. And then the one that is very commendable is that we do have some who have tested positive, and they are making that effort to continue to teach online. We have had a few parents objecting, saying the teacher coughing and the teacher sneezing, and we say to them, if your child feels uncomfortable, being watching a teacher online who is sneezing off, so then you can have that child removed. But it is commendable that some teachers, even though they are coughing and sneezing, they are still trying to deliver the online classes. One thing we know for sure is that no student can catch COVID online.
Ms. Finley pointed out that in cases where auxiliary staff is compromised, the services were outsourced.
So in the case where it is the auxiliary staff, we have been able to go to a service provider to provide interim workers, substitute workers, and that has been working out very well. And in that case, it has shown really the benefit of outsourcing, because in the past, if that was happening maybe 2-3 years ago, it would be the school having to try and find someone to substitute. But here we just have to go to the service providers, as is the case where you have security companies providing a service. There's never a day when a place doesn't have a security guard because one is sick. So similarly, we saw that working very well for us, where we were able to go to the service provider and ask for temporary cooks and cleaners and so forth. So that has been working very well.
Quite often we hear of missing teens, but have you ever thought of what may have led to the disappearance from their homes? It might just be deeper than you think and might be a child's cry for help. Christina John has this story as GBN sought to find out more about the police involvement in these matters.
During this past week alone, police have issued requests for public assistance in finding at least 3 missing teenagers of both sexes. Head of the Community Relations Department, Assistant Superintendent Desmond Richards, says investigation does not end after the child is found. He says this is really concerning to the RGPF.
Activity, those incidents, because we want to make sure that the entire home is healed, not just the child, because it's one thing to speak counsel a child, and the child would be willing to, adhere to what you're saying, but it goes back into the home that is sick, and so what do we do? Because he or she does, because they are minors, and they look up to us for protection and comfort, and so we take a holistic approach. We involve all the parties that need to be involved to ensure that we deal with that problem.
The ASP says parental control is sometimes lacking, and they too need support.
I personally believe parents need a lot of parenting skills. And we have also noticed that there's a lot of parents who are frustrated themselves, who grew up under certain conditions that they were never dealt with. It was never dealt with. And so they react. All this frustration comes out and vent, and sometimes the children, not that they want to, but that's how they know, and that's how they feel they can release themselves. But the child who's a minor and don't understand all this, whether it's the words or the beatings, they get frustrated too, and that in turn could lead to something later down the road, just as the father and the mother might be.
The assistant superintendent spoke to the concept the RGPF is guided by in dealing with the issue of missing children.
Because from the fourth standpoint, the commissioner's standpoint, our standpoint, we believe that if you heal the home, you heal society. If you heal society, then crime is lessened. If crime is lessened, you have a safer environment and a safer nation to work with.
Christina John, GBN News.
And now we turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Rita Pierre Thomas has been looking around the platforms.
Present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz report.
Today's Social Buzz will focus on GBN's To The Point program, where a caller used the forum to express concerns about the irresponsible actions of some Grenadians who chose to ignore the stipulated COVID-19 protocols, despite the rise in active cases in Grenada.
We're in the middle of a pandemic of which we have never seen. None of us have lived through a pandemic like that before. We have the major weapon in the armory is vaccination. Some people have chosen not to take the vaccination. That's their right. That's their right. But don't tell me you won't wear a mask, right? You refuse to follow the other protocols. You don't want to social distance. If you think you have been exposed, you refuse to get tested. Right? A lot of people are getting tested. They went to a function, everybody else is positive, they won't go and get tested. But at the same time, they won't even isolate themselves. They feel they're positive, but they go and they mingle, they jump on a bus, they go to work, they do everything else. Now this is not just being selfish, it's being very, very backward. We have to do something. We cannot ignore everything and do as though we're back in the dark ages and we don't know what's going on around us. If you don't want to get vaccinated, follow the other protocols strictly. But don't tell me you're not going to follow anything. You're just going about as though this thing isn't happening around you. I'm very, very concerned, and I think that unless we behave ourselves and we try lives in this country.
That's a wrap for tonight's Buzz. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
The Caribbean Award for Excellence.
I have a real responsibility to the people who play the mass.
How extraordinarily rich is the talent in our region.
It is a motivator to keep going.
When an individual develops blindness, the eyes that are blind, not the brain.
This was the time to focus on biomedicine.
The Caribbean Excellence Award has completed the crown.
Anthony N. Sabga Awards, Caribbean Excellence.
You have been waiting on it all year. Now, it's your chance to make this Christmas better than ever. Get the extra cash you need with a Make This Christmas Better loan from the GUT Credit Union. Get up to $50,000 to celebrate your Christmas and make your holiday dreams come true. Home improvements, new furniture, a vehicle, debt consolidation, or even a vacation. We can help you get there. Yes, you can. Make this Christmas better with the GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements? Or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
If there was a product that helped with the cold, flu, bronchitis, sinusitis, laryngitis, and allergies, and still does deep cleansing for your pores to restore natural beauty, would you get it? Yes? Well, there is. The 2-in-1 facial and nasal steamer is here, and it's available locally at The Boss Collection. The 2-in-1 facial and nasal steamer provides deep cleansing while clearing nasal passages and loosening impurities. Get yours now from The Boss Collection, booth number 6 on Halifax Street, St. George's, opposite Farm and Garden Center, or in Grenville by Rachel the Nail Tech, upstairs Superstore, opposite Peter's Photo Studio. Call or WhatsApp The Boss Collection on 954-600-0200.
With you folks once again, good morning, and welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. How's everybody doing? Hope all is well with you and yours this morning, wherever you are, whatever you're up to. Of course, viewers via the various social platforms, YouTube, Facebook, good morning. And next to being with you again. Also, those of you via TV and TV, good morning. Gary, what's up, my brother? We're back.
Chilling like a villain. Mm-hmm. You know how it is. Welcome back, everyone.
Well, then. It's, of course, we got the Celebrations Club coming up shortly. For those of you celebrating, good morning. And we will shout you out. If your name is on the list, you certainly will get that shout out this morning. And we got some other features coming up that's going to grab the listeners and viewers' interests a whole lot. We're going to share that with you shortly. So I would say let's just run directly into the birthday list this morning and see who's celebrating.
Why not? Let's
topping off my list this morning, I'm going to my WhatsApp list this morning before I get to the actual list. Let's say good morning to Mrs. Brittany Nelson, also known as Rena, of Lassa Justin to Davis Goodness Grenada this morning from her mother and her father-in-law. They're both wishing her a happy birthday today. Who else is on my WhatsApp list this morning and celebrating? Let me say good morning and happy birthday going out to Kenneth Bartholomew. Good morning to you, sir. How you doing? Goodness going out to you this morning from your wife, his brother, Kent. They're in Lamore and St. George. They all coming together and wishing him a happy birthday today. Now let me hit up the actual list this morning.
Before you get to that, GT, you know what's special about the Celebration Club is that not only are you being shouted out, you're being big up on, of course, your birthday today, but of course we are capturing that shout out, that big up, that request on 3, 4, 5 different platforms.
Yes, that's
and then of course if you're on Facebook and YouTube, someone can still later on turn around and review, look at it again, and then somebody can reach out to you. Hey, it's your birthday.
It's your birthday,
realize that, you know what I mean? So we're bigging you up in a huge way.
Most of their lives I was never told happy birthday. You know that, Gary. I know that.
Anyway, happy birthday to you too.
Let me say good morning to Masha Barry Phillip of Waltham. Good morning, 14 years old today. Good morning, Masha. Natasha, hope you're doing good. Corey McQueen out there in some part of St. George. You of course, resides. Let me say good morning and happy birthday. Cassandra Santa's Claus of Lower Capitol, how you doing? Happy birthday. Adrienne Wellington of River Sally, St. Patrick. Adrienne, good morning and happy birthday to you. Let's say good morning to Richard Eno of Beauregard. How you doing, sir? Happy birthday. Pamela Benjamin of Baltazar, actually the teacher of the St. Andrew Anglican Secondary. Good morning to her this morning from her son Leon. Wishing her happy birthday. Faitlin Barry of Gradalet in St. Andrew. Faitlin, how are you? Good morning and happy birthday. Maureen McPhail of Calavini. Good morning. You're celebrating. Happy birthday. Let's say good morning to Lester Henry of Grand Bra in St. Andrew. Good morning to Lester. You do this morning. And Gary, the final one I'm going to grab for now, and then you grab the rest. Let me say good morning to Norma Celestine. I hope I'm getting her name right. Celeste, get that right, of Douglaston. Actually, she now resides in the US of A. Good morning and happy birthday. Greetings going out to her from her dear sister Maria Nicholas. Wishing her a happy birthday.
Happy birthday going out to Teresa Frederick in New York, coming from her sister Phyllis Hannibal. Patrick Buddy of Latas of Subi, St. Andrew. Happy birthday coming from, of course, Leslie and Chris Anthony Buckmeyer, aka, let me make sure I have that here, Gotti, all right, of Province, Birch Grove, resides in Pedmota, and that's coming from his brother, sister's son, Josh, and other family members and friends. Phyllis, Darren Jit, all right, of Maran in St. John. Happy birthday. Tashida Batiste of Munich, student of the Munich REC. Happy birthday. Also, happy birthday going out to David Turkey Thomas of Marianne, St. George, a custom broker. Yeah, happy birthday to you. Sheila Alexander of Hope in St. George, coming from her children and sister Rio John of Frequentation George. Happy birthday. Elshida Johnson of Balthazar. Happy birthday coming from your father Kelvin, grandmother Millie, other family members and friends. Norrell Prophet of Cloget resides in Mount Long, coming from his wife Myra, son Norville, daughter, and other relatives and friends. One more GT before you pop back in. Anne McQuilkin of Ballet Bacalit, coming from Lisa and family and Miss Salam.
And we have a father and son celebrating this morning, and greetings going out to that's Lester McPhee of Loretto in St. John, and his not son but his daughter. My apology for that. As that's Janelica McPhail of Loretto, also. So father and daughter celebrating her 17th birthday today. Good morning to both of you. All the best on your birthday today. Let me say good morning also and happy birthday going out to Christelle Blackman, who's in Canada. Christelle, good morning. How are you? Happy birthday. Greetings going out to you from her aunt out there in the USA. Good morning to you once again, Christelle Blackman in Canada. Sharon McPhail, aka Tanti of Dabo. Good morning. How you doing? Happy birthday. Greetings going out to her this morning from Miss Mary. Other family members and friends extending the greeting to her this morning. Let's say good morning to Ronald Hostin for Walter and St. Mark. How you doing, Ronald? Happy birthday. Greetings going out to you this morning from members of your family. Saday Evans of Pearl, so you doing? Her father is sending out a greetings to her this morning. Her mom, her godmother. That's Miss Teresa Joseph, wishing her a happy birthday. Jean Farmers of Mirabeau in St. Andrew. Good morning, Jean. How are you? Happy birthday. Greetings going out to her from members of the family. Beverly Charles of Bel Air. That's instead of the Sister Isle of Carriacou. Good morning and happy birthday to you. Special shout out to you this morning from Miss Gail. And finally, on my side there, Gary, let's say good morning to Keisha David of Snell Hall, St. Patrick. Greetings going out this morning once again. Miss Gail is wishing her a happy birthday. Over to you, Gary.
Satrina Blackett Watts in the US of A, coming from her husband Eric, daughter Kimaya, son Todd, mother Anita, sister Perron, Alice, Donna. Well, that should be sisters Perron, Alice, Donna, and Christine, and other relatives and friends. Happy birthday to you. Clement Joseph, aka Mr. Thing of Victoria, resides in Grand Roy, coming from his two sons, Jerry Joseph and Valin Young, aka Valo. Kimberly Amide Henry of Hopevale, St. George, resides in the USA, at Laborie. On vacation. That's coming from her husband, children, brother Dash, and other family members and friends. Justin Bishop of Vincennes resides in Montrouge. Happy birthday to you. Kelvin Francis of Lasser St. David's. That's coming from his mother Alice, grandmother Elisa, Murray, aunts and uncles. Happy birthday. Margaret Williams, happy birthday to you. That's Margaret Williams Frederick, aka Mags. Wherever she is right about now, according to this person here, coming from her mother Floret, father Alvin, sisters Paula, Selena, and Candy Ann, husband Anthony, son Marcio, daughter Heidi, and other members of the Williams and Fredericks family. Carvel Philip of St. John, St. Andrew, happy birthday. That's coming from her husband, Sammy, and daughters Samantha and Kami. Also, Jada Chetram of Florida. Yeah, man. Happy birthday to you, Jada. That's Florida and St. John celebrating 5 years. Coming from her parents and grandmother, Cecily Chetram. And topping off, concluding the list here, Everest Francis of Marquis St. Andrew. That's coming from her mother, Evelyn, sister Kishma, and Vivian and family. And Vernon Tobias, a.k.a. Chepor, you think I had that right? Chepor of Guava State, resides in the USA on vacation in the Spice. That's coming from the Benjamin and Tobias families. And finally here this morning, Clive Lalgi, aka Spider of Gulf Coast, St. George. That's coming from his mother Charlene, brothers Akeem, Kimron, and Kyron, and nephews.
So that's the end of that list, Gary. I do have, of course, two more that is via the WhatsApp. I do have a belated one I got to shout out this morning. Of course, this is going out to Dornell Charles of Laborie. Celebrated yesterday. Happy belated from his mom and dad. Wishing him a happy belated greetings. And his sisters, brothers, they're all shouting out him and wishing him a happy belated birthday greeting. I think there were one that I missed out in terms of shouting out. Let me say good morning to Bernadette Bowen. Happy birthday out there in the Stone in Bolio. The Alexander family wishing her a happy birthday. It's her birthday today. All the birthday celebrants, let me wish you a happy birthday. Certainly hope that your day is going great so far and you are feeling really good to be able to celebrate that day in your life. The day that you came into the Almighty's world on this particular date. May not be the particular day. Hey, Gary, you know that, right?
Yeah.
It may not have been Wednesday, but on this particular date, you actually came into the Almighty's world. So happy birthday to all of the celebrants. Hey, it's Good Morning Grenada here on the K105 and Hot 98, G Squared, GT, and Gary. We're taking you through this morning as usual. We have just wrapped up the Celebrations Club. Once again, happy birthday. We're moving now, Gary. Where is our direction?
Well, I have one question to ask you this morning, GT. Did you feel it?
Felt what? You caught me there off guard.
Well, apparently
I've been seeing a lot of people talking about it this morning, going through social media. I'm seeing a lot of people asking the question, did you feel it? I did. Did you?
No, I didn't. Apparently we are struck with magnitude 4.7.
You caught me there, bro.
Tremor, if you yesterday. I think it would have been probably at about maybe 3 o'clock or so. I'm not too sure. Or maybe about no, I'm correct is right. Our time would have been about 10, 11 o'clock last night. Yeah.
I was fast asleep, so if that happened, I
was wide awake, but I didn't feel that.
I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel anything.
I'm living in a sturdy building. It takes a lot to rattle it. Man. Well, so it is what it is. 4.7 magnitude tremor. It is what it is, man. If you guys felt it, well then, good for you. You know, good for you. We're moving on here in the morning time. We're going to tell you a lot of things to cover here this morning. Where are we right about now? Yesterday we premiered, or at least attempted to, so we're going to continue where we left off from yesterday. we're celebrating, or at least getting ready to celebrate 48 years as an independent nation. What does independence mean to you? We know that the authorities and the folks in charge of course, ramping up awareness and everything, they are doing their due, and we've seen a lot of awareness as it is right about now. As we get ready, we are on the brink of celebrating half a century.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. 48 years is definitely
in the next
important.
2 years we'll be 50.
We'll be 50. So we're gonna of course highlight some of the events leading up to our independence. You know, some of the events leading up. We're gonna give you a nice timeline as far as, of course, Grenada's independence proclamation of independence is concerned. Let's start it off here this morning with a little program called On the Road to Independence. GT, if you got it, let's run it, baby.
Yes, we're gonna run it right now.
I love my Grenada. Welcome to On the Road to Independence, a brief look at the history of Grenada as we get ready to celebrate 48 years as an independent nation. The history of the islands of Grenada in the Caribbean, part of the Lesser Antilles group of islands, covers a period from the earliest human settlements to the establishment of the contemporary nation-state of Grenada. First,
For some reason or the other, Gary, I'm getting a little feedback from your neck of the woods. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, we good to go now.
I didn't do anything.
I'm not blaming you. I'm
innocent.
I'm not blaming you.
All right.
Maybe it's those slow-moving hands this morning of mine. Slow-moving hands of mine this morning. I have to, if you have to blame it on something, I'll take it. I'll take the blame this morning.
But speaking of Grenada, though, GT, Grenada is a unique place, you know.
Oh, it is.
Master Control, you're going to play this clip for us. A man was found skating on the streets of Canada.
I actually saw that and I was like,
yo, only in Grenada. Now, if you're wondering how is that possible, we're going to let Master Control just run the clip so you can see how is it possible that someone could be skiing on the streets, you know what I mean?
Of Grenada. And even, what make it even worse, Gary, I think it was at night. You know?
It was at night. It was at night. This is,
anyway, let's wait for Master Control to roll that clip so the viewing audience could take a look at it. Of course, it was interesting. Something worth just laughing about.
Yeah,
something just worth laughing about.
It's a sight to behold, I'll tell you, family. And I recognize the street. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Master Control, whenever you're ready, I think it's a carnage.
It was a carnage, actually. It was a carnage.
So I wasn't wrong. It was a
carnage. I don't know. It was pretty funny anyway. Seeing and with his skis and everything. And well, I think it was actually the one that rolls anyway. So not the actual one that slids on the snow. You know, I actually viewed it.
But the man, he was simulating like he was actually on snow.
Yeah. It was funny. It was funny.
Was he on wheels though? I didn't get the impression he was on wheels.
The rollings, it's like a roller skates per se, but it looks like skis.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
it's a ski. But well, I'm not sure if Master Control is able to put up the actual video. But it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny indeed.
I thought so too.
You know,
I thought so too. Like I said, only in
folks
Grenada.
go around saying is Grenada a real place? Yeah,
it's funny.
Real things actually do happen here. That actually happens. So it's real.
But we're getting ready to celebrate 48 years as an independent nation. Something to be proud of. And listen, lots of things happen leading up to, of course, independence. And a lot of people don't know, but a lot of Grenada was split in half, divided on the issue. A lot of people don't know that, but great many.
There was a little political turmoil for that.
Yeah, a lot of people did not favor us becoming independent. There were protests, there were rallies, there were all sorts of things done to, of course, encourage people or to, send awareness that, of course, it's not the best move for Grenada. So here we are 48 years later.
48 years.
And there are still some people who are saying that we should not have.
When you were a youngster, Gary, what was your favorite thing about independence?
Boy,
when you were a youngster,
parachuting. Parachuting. I even though I could not have gone to the stadium, I have very few
you're talking about the latter part of things, eh?
Yeah.
But I'm talking about there was the option when you can see the actual parade and the bands and the police. I used to love the actual parade back then. Are we talking about the old Queen's Park per se, not the stadium that we do have now, but the old the old Queen's Park and the police. They were, man, there needs to be this police officer who flipped the stick. Back then, as a youngster, that was a sight to see, per se. You understand?
I used to enjoy the parachuting because from where I live, I could have, even though I didn't go to the stadium, I could have stayed from a distance and see the helicopters, and see the men jumping out of the helicopter.
But that part of it actually came in after the invasion and stuff. But we're talking before that.
Oh gosh, GT man, I ain't so old, Dread. What is this? You talking about me?
We have to talk about that.
Before this, nah, man.
We talk about before that. Before you talk about when after the invasion, when of course the American military and stuff used to be come and celebrate with us and the parachute and thing. I understand that. It doesn't mean I'm that old, Gary. Come on. But for that, school time, Gary.
Yeah.
June independence.
Yeah.
You remember anything about that? Independence Street Boy. What's up, man?
Yeah, I don't have very.
You don't have a memory of that, man. They always give you that little treat around independence in school. Of course, we could probably have a caller go to call in and chime in on that. When you were younger, they have the Independence Street, man. And I remember 1 year they gave us these little hard buns, and we actually threw it back at the.
Y'all did not do that.
That's a different story.
Y'all did not do that.
No, serious. And they used to, and it was crazy stuff back then.
Anyhow, listen, let's jump inside our featured artist since Master Control is probably unable to bring up that clip as we would have liked. Let's jump inside our featured artist for this morning. Listen, we have a lot of talent here in Grenada because we're all about promoting Grenada. We're all about promoting our indigenous artists, you know what I mean, from the ground up. So let's feature this artist right about now. Many people would be familiar with this artist. They would have seen him at party venues, the live band situations. We're talking about Jefferson Ramirez. We've got a song from him called Pray for Your Son, and this one features the Presentation Brothers College Choir. All right, lovely song. I want you guys to take it in a bit. He's got quite a bit of songs on his YouTube social media pages, so you all can go check it out and see what this young artist here in Grenada is doing. So Master Control, whenever you're ready, let's just jump straight into it. Our featured artist here this morning, local talent at its very best, Jefferson Ramirez with Pray for Your Son.
All right.
To swim and don't you drown, 'cause mama been swimming since her dawn. Mama said take up your cross and follow him, and let the good Lord save you from your sin. So pray for your son. Pray for your son. Pray for your son. Pray for your son. Oh, because this world is getting heavy now, and it's so dark I can't see no clouds. I'm on my knees, begging please, just cover me from my head to my feet. Oh. them tell you what to do now. And she said, keep an eye out for the men in blue. Come inside before the lights come on so they won't get you. Oh, so pray for your son.
That was Jefferson Ramirez there.
Homegrown talent at its very best.
Something we just don't lack of in this beautiful Spice Island.
In abundance. And I noticed my nephew in the choir there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Lucky you that you could have seen that. I wasn't watching that video. I was just more absorbing the actual
it
sound
takes
of
you
it.
to another place. He does.
Yeah,
you
just...
Like I said, he's got a number of other songs and videos on his social media pages. So this is not just one kind of thing. He's got a slew of videos there you can check out. The dude is talented. Somebody give this dude a contract, please.
I know. I have actually followed him as a youngster for over the years and listened to the music and his videos and stuff. And I trying to recall a particular event that I actually saw him perform, and was doing some really impressive, of course, covers of other artists' songs. And was really. You were actually one time thinking, well, is it his song that he's actually doing?
Yeah. No.
Even knowing that it's an actual cover of another artist, but
he's that talented.
Man. Big up to Jefferson, man.
All right, Master Control, he's got that clip of the guys keen on the carnage, something to make you laugh this morning. If Master Control could just run it for us right about now.
We're actually going to bring that back. You're really into that, right?
Yeah, man. Let's take a look at it, man. nice little image of some dude doing his thing. Look at it right.
Oh, man. That's funny. That's funny, Gary.
You would swear say he's practicing for the Olympics.
In Grenada.
And in the nighttime too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's the safest time of the day to do that.
Check this guy out, man. Check this guy out.
So do you actually need the sticks in your hand to do that, to perform that?
Well, I guess it's for the balance purposes, you understand.
And he's all get out.
Yeah. That's funny.
And all that stuff, you know what I mean? That's right on the car right there.
Only in Grenada,
I didn't realize he was on wheels, though.
Yeah, it's actually those rolling ones. You understand? And I guess because of the length of it to the front, that's why he actually need those sticks and all that.
I wonder why he was gliding. Wow. Okay. Well, good observation right there. But only in Grenada, though.
Only in Grenada.
Definitely. Only in Grenada.
That was actually a funny video, man. That was actually funny.
Hey, good morning, Grenada. We all right here.
And we taking you through this morning. We should be having Junior Checkley popping in shortly. Of course, he's going to take us around. I'm not sure what area he's going to be in today. And when he pops in, we're going to take a peek at that.
But as we wait on him, though, we're going to follow the program. Missing teen found. And of course, the question is, what happens after? Now we've got a report from Chris Lena John, and I think that is a nice conversation we can have. Maybe got some folks who are listening could weigh in on this and give us your take on the situation. But she gave a really pretty nice report speaking to one of the high-ranking officers attached to that particular division. So if Master Control is ready with that clip, let's roll it and take a listen and share your thoughts on this. Those on, of course, Facebook Live and on Facebook, and those listening to us via Classic and Hot 98. Share your thoughts as to this situation, because it's becoming kind of worrisome. And Master Control, whenever you're ready, it's becoming kind of problematic and troublesome that we have all these missing persons report.
Especially youngsters, guys.
What's really at the cause? Are the parents to be blamed? Are the kids to be blamed? What really going on?
I just have a part, and I think it's just youngsters being rebellious.
Yeah.
They're just being rebellious, and they feel, well, my mom or my dad or some family member frets me, saying it in regular local terms, and they decide, hey, I run away.
But the officer in that interview also made a point saying that a lot of homes are broken.
It's so true.
A lot of homes are broken, and a lot of parents are probably not capable
of managing
of raising kids, and of course,
especially when the house is like, especially when the single parent is female only. You understand? And she has to go to work, and she has to do this. She can't give them that full attention, and there may not be that strong male figure around. You understand? I mean, there are a lot of us who have grown up without having their mother, a father around. You understand?
That's right.
Not having an actual father there to offer that level of guidance that you may need as a youngster, whether you're male or female. Sometimes you need that strong father figure, and that is sometimes missing in the homes. You understand?
Again, Master Control, whenever you're ready, we are just talking just to get you organized with that.
So they can drop the clip, and then we could come back and chit chat. We probably could entertain a few phone calls in terms of how the listening and viewing audience feels about that.
Yeah, because this is it, and we have a few other missing persons that's been reported as well.
Yeah.
So it keeps and in the midst of this pandemic, you have to wonder if, of course, the added stress of the pandemic is exacerbating this whole issue.
I mean, with the youngsters running away.
Yeah, it's adding more stress in the socioeconomic structure of our society.
I cannot differ if it's the actual pandemic is causing it. I'm still going to go with the fact that it's probably they're just being rebellious.
Let's go to that report.
During this past week alone, police have issued requests for public assistance in finding at least 3 missing teenagers of both sexes. Head of the Community Relations Department, Assistant Superintendent Desmond Richards, says investigation does not end after the child is found. He says this is really concerning to the RGPF.
Those incidents, because we want to make sure that the entire home is healed. Not just the child, because it's one thing to counsel a child, and the child would be willing to, adhere to what you say, but he goes back into the home that is sick, and so what do we do? Because he or she does, because they are minors, and they look up to us for protection and comfort, and so we take a holistic approach. We involve all the parties that need to be involved to ensure that we deal with that problem.
The ASP says parental control is sometimes lacking, and they too need support.
I personally believe parents need a lot of parenting skills, and we have also noticed that there's a lot of parents who are frustrated themselves, who grew up under certain conditions that they were never dealt with. It was never dealt with, and so they react. All this frustration comes out and vent, and sometimes the children, not that they want to, but that's how they know, and that's how they feel they can release themselves. But a child who's a minor and don't understand all this, whether it's the words or the beatings, you get frustrated too, and that in turn could lead to something later down the road, just as the father, the mother might be.
The assistant superintendent spoke to the concept the RGPF is guided by in dealing with the issue of missing children.
Because from the first standpoint, the commissioner's standpoint, our standpoint, we believe that if you heal the home, you heal society. If you heal society, then crime is lessened. If crime is lessened, you have a safer environment and a safer nation to work with.
Christelina John, GBN News.
Thank you, Christelina. Have a good day. Hey, Gary, man, that was actually a very, of course, important clip there about what's going on. Because, as we mentioned, and then as the police officer also mentioned, the home needs to be healed also in situations like that.
Yeah, we cannot always blame the the children, because we don't know what sort of conditions they are living under. You know, we can say, oh, them training hard, oh, they're going and study people. Yeah, I mean, I mean, in the past I've made joke of the fact that they've always seek the public's assistance in finding, and when the public do come forward and give information that would lead to the whereabouts of the missing person, that's all we know, that they've been found.
And addresses, and when we think, hey, that's
they don't tell us where they were found. I mean, I'm not only making light of the situation because it's not our business where they were found, because that's sensitive information that belongs only to the family members, and that needs to be handled within the confines of the home. But I'm just saying that to say that, listen, you know, it's a troubling situation in Grenada, and I'm happy to know that it doesn't end by just saying, hey, they were found. That, of course, the department where that is charged with that responsibility, they continue to investigate and continue to ask questions and help to remedy the situation at home from that standpoint.
Hey, Gary, we do have a caller. Let's see what this caller wants to chime in this morning. Good morning, caller.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Not bad.
Yeah, one of the things in reference to the issue. What happens after? Well, like you are alluding to, what causes the problem in the first case? Like one of you said, rebellion, parental pressure, peer pressure, dysfunctional homes, so things. But you're saying that, but there are so many things that need fixing along that area. Recently, we had a situation where concerning the Child Protection Authority, and that is a situation where still when they couldn't say where the child is. The police can intervene. So we create more problems. So to me, the Child Protection Authority taking children and creating more problems that they're solving.
Yeah.
Okay, caller.
Thank you
for your input there. And Gary, you know, there's one. And one of these days, we're probably going to have someone from the Child Protection Authority coming in and probably discuss that. And I know a representative there who I have already spoken to. Didn't mention it to you as yet, but I think that's an important topic or subject to say that we could have a little bit of discussion on. You understand? Because sometimes we don't really know what's going on, especially behind the scenes. We could say that. You understand?
Being parents ourselves. You know, we put ourselves in their position.
Yeah.
It's never easy.
It's never easy.
And you know, a lot of these missing persons report was submitted by the actual parent. And what I've learned over the years is that some parents have used that as a tool
to get help sometimes.
Not just to get help. They use that as a tool to embarrass and to teach the child a lesson. It's not just, hey, I'm worried my child is
think about it that way, but you could be correct.
No,
you know, well,
parents do.
I am talking to you and you're not hearing, so maybe I'm going to tell the police and the public know that
they
run away.
They would have disappeared, but disappeared knowing their whereabouts. The parents know their whereabouts. The parents have a very good idea that this person is at anti this and thing that and thing that. But you
believe that?
I've heard stories of that in the past.
Well, I would say if you know where they're at, you could probably just go get them. You understand?
Yeah.
But as you say, you know,
but I don't know
the parent is using it as a form of getting back to their son or daughter.
I don't know if that can be classified as falsifying information.
I don't know. Anyway, that's an interesting topic. But, you know, we strapped for time, Gary. We do have Junior Checkley popping in this morning. I wonder where Junior is this morning. Let's go over to him and say good morning. Junior, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
We doing good.
Happy Wednesday to you and Gary and to all the listeners of GBN.
Tell us where you at this morning.
Want to make a guess where we are?
Well, from
they want to make a guess, folks.
Master Control hasn't popped you up on screen yet. Let's see where Gary. You can see where you could make it where he's at. I'm trying to stay mute with that this morning.
Look at you. They're up in Guelph side of there, man. Guelph?
Oh, you're in Wester Hall. We are in Wester Hall, just past the gas station in Wester Hall.
Don't blame Gary. He don't know Grenada.
About to cross the border.
I was off by a mile.
We are about to cross the border.
All right.
So, folks, I think I've told you that already, that most of the parishes in Grenada begins and ends on a bridge.
You did mention that sometime last week, yes.
And we're seeing there's a smooth flow of traffic, not much traffic on the road this morning.
All right, nice.
So now I'm officially in St. George.
Okay.
Across the border. And the smooth flow of traffic this morning. Not much traffic on the St. David's Road this morning.
All right.
Nice pictures placed there.
And we also just want to urge drivers, you know, when I drive or when you're walking and you look to the side of the road, the amount of bottles and plastic bags, KFC boxes, and so you're seeing. Just want to encourage drivers for proper disposal of their garbage in their vehicles, to throw it in a designated bin. Do not allow passengers or yourself to throw, as the police will say, throw missiles outside of your vehicle, your moving vehicle. So we want to encourage you and also your passengers for proper garbage disposal.
That is so true, Junior. I mean, I'm driving the other day and I saw somebody throw a piece of fruit or something into the vehicle, and I was like,
that is so upsetting.
Man, why would you do
upsetting?
You know,
that is so.
An actual private vehicle and someone throw a fruit, the remains of fruits or whatever,
in the middle of the street?
In the middle, just throw it out of the vehicle as they're driving. You understand? And to be honest, it was not children, it was an adult.
Now that's against the law, by the way.
It's an adult doing that.
Adults, most times it's adults that will do such a thing.
Yeah. I know sometimes children do slip up. I know your son or daughter may slip up if they're in the vehicle and you may tell them don't do that again. But when you see actual adults in vehicles and it's throwing stuff out like if it doesn't matter to them, man.
Yeah, man.
It's not a good sight.
Well, monkey see monkey doing it because children will see the others do it and they will do it too.
I agree.
So we just want to encourage drivers as well as passengers, proper garbage disposal. Do not throw it out. Let's keep our nation roads clean, and especially when you're going, may not be in the town, but when you're going to the country and you look on the side of the road, it's very unsightly.
Hey, Junior, thank you a whole lot this morning. You know we strap for time as always, but it's always great to have you, of course, doing that traffic cam and just letting, of course, especially Grenadians out there in the diaspora know what it looks like on a beautiful morning in the Spice House. Thanks a whole lot again, brother. All right. Hey, that was
we might have time for the tune for tune.
Yeah, we do have time for the tune for tune this morning.
We could pull it up right away. And let's jump straight into it.
And we have two lovely songs, of course, to throw this morning.
Yeah, and with corresponding videos. So for those, of course, viewing us can, of course, take in and enjoy the action just as well. Master Control, the first tune we're gonna push here this morning. Let me get my lineup.
Yeah.
All right, the first tune.
You want me to go first, or are you going first?
It doesn't matter to me.
I'm gonna go first this morning, of course, and I'm gonna play it from my side of things this morning. And let's see how we do this. Yes.
As of midnight tonight.
We have Voice on a track entitled Peace of Mind. Listen to this song. Listen to this particular song. Sometimes you just want that peace of mind, Gary. You just want that peace of mind. You're gonna be bothered, and you know the song coincides with of course the situation in the world today. You understand? Yeah. You know the situation in the world today, and sometimes you just want that peace of mind. You don't want to have to hug and really. Hey,
I ready to play my tune?
Yeah, play a song. Play a song.
Ready with my tune.
I was trying to take all the fame there, but
yeah, man,
play a song.
Yeah. Master Control, if you had a video, you could throw it underneath this one right here, all right? So I'm going with mine, all right? And it's coming down from none other than Patrice Roberts.
People things, I's a queen, I have my own king. Or some of them that stalk the most.
time on our hand. We're going to go straight into some phone calls.
Yes, the lovely Patrice Roberts. I have a personal number in the guy. You want to do it? Huh?
What's that?
I have her number directly. You want to? Yeah.
That's my cousin, my boss. You realize what's going on. That's
anyway, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Anyway.
All right, 435 on your end, Glenn.
Mm-hmm. 435-2041. That's 435-2041. And Gary, of course, you get any heads up as usual. Double dose in terms of
517, the number on my end.
Yes, and in terms of the WhatsApp message, double dose for Patrice. Everybody loves this song for some reason or the other. You know.
All right.
Yeah.
I'd like to get some phone calls too, but it is what it is.
I'm seeing calls coming in already. Let's grab a call. Good morning. How you doing?
Morning.
Tell me.
Number 2.
You like number 2, Patrice?
Yeah.
You go drink your water and mind your business. Anyway.
Drink water and mind your business.
Gary, there's an actual clip that is going around, and with an actual priest here in Grenada who's on the altar. I'm talking about that. But he's actually, he said he go drink, he go mind his business and drink wine. But anyway,
I said
we probably can have that. We can probably have that tripping in one of these mornings. Maybe tomorrow morning. He said there's this female artist that is singing "Drink Water, Mind Your Business." He gonna mind his business and drink wine.
Yeah, Pastor again.
Yeah, man. Let's get a caller this morning before we wrap up. Just a few more minutes left. Good morning. How are you?
Hi. Good morning.
How are you, my dear?
I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which tune are you going for this morning?
Drink water, mind my business.
Drink water, mind your business. Yeah, it seems to be the anthem, especially for females these days, you know.
Hey boy,
that's the female anthems.
With this one, another
Peace of Mind is a great song. Peace of Mind is a great song. So I'm giving myself some love for that song. Peace of Mind is a great song.
That's my anthem for 2022.
Peace of Mind is a great song also, you know. But I know Patrice is to be getting a lot of precedence lately. There's actually a video with one of the top artists in the U.S. did an actual video of her doing the song home. How she water and how she book reading and hey.
Oh really?
It was I probably should allow you. I can't really grab the artist's name off my head right now.
Would it not have been
it's Michelle. It's Michelle somebody.
Okay.
But she's one of those actresses in the U.S. and she actually did an Instagram video of it.
The tune bad.
It's getting a lot of love. It's getting a lot of love.
Well, GT, we got to wrap it up.
Yeah, we got to wrap. Of course, we missed out on the this morning. Of course, the dashboard. We're going to fit that in for you tomorrow. Apology for that. I didn't even mention, of course, and as the morning progresses, I'll mention pertaining also to the cruise ships going to be imported. There's so much to do this morning that we didn't get everything in, but apology for that. Anyway, folks, is where we wrap up Good Morning Grenada here on K105 and Hot 98. Gary, peace.
We out of here. Have a great day. Good Morning Grenada.